Good morning. Welcome to worship. Good to see you here. In our children's Sunday school class recently, we covered the familiar story of David and Goliath. And you remember, of course, how when the Philistines present Goliath to the Israelites as a kind of a one-on-one challenge, that there's nobody in Israel's army who wants a piece of that battle, right? All these trained soldiers, grown men in Israel, know that they can't take on Goliath. But then this kid comes forward and thinks he can do it, right? David's not old enough to be in the army. He's just a little brother back home. But he thinks he can beat the giant Goliath. So why does he think that? Why does David believe that? King Saul says, you're just a boy. He's Goliath. David says, when I take care of my father's sheep, if a lion or a bear tries to steal one of them, I go after it and I beat it to death and I recover the sheep. If God has helped me to beat the bear and the lion, he'll help me to beat this uncircumcised Philistine. So you see where David's confidence comes from. It's confidence in God, but it's not an out-of-nowhere confidence in God. It's a confidence based on what he's already experienced, right? I want us to have that in our minds because everybody here has some history with the Lord God. And that should be enough for today and for tomorrow, right? Isaac Watts' hymn says, "O God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come." That's what David knew. That's what any one of us can know. I invite you during our hour of worship this morning to reflect a little bit on what you have already experienced with him, what you already know about him, what he's already done in your life, and let that inform your confidence then for this day and for tomorrow. Let's stand and sing it together.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to see so many of you that I have not seen in a while for various reasons. It's a wonderful day. I would sing, "Oh, what a beautiful morning," but nobody wants to hear that. So I would ask everyone to sign in on the red fellowship pad and pass that down. I want to thank Barb Franken for having our flowers this morning, remembering Dave's birthday. Our coffee fellowship today is sponsored by the Thursday at 5:30 discipleship group with a lot of help from Natalie. I did see some pecan squares that look like something Ruth would have made, and there are some gluten-free options and other things, but the pecan squares in particular got my attention. We have some birthdays to celebrate. In the bulletin and in the email that went out, you saw that it is Henry Drysdale's birthday. He is 90 on Wednesday, but we forgot to put the town to send the card. He lives in Hudson, Wisconsin. So the address is there, the city is Hudson, and his daughters are looking to overwhelm him with birthday cards. So if you would like to send him a card, that would be great. I also know that Jim Anderson celebrated a 91st birthday on St. Patrick's Day, so we'll want to send him good wishes, and I know he's watching this morning, so when we have our morning greeting, we'll want to say happy birthday to Jim. Our Sunday school and groups are happening today. Our last supper rehearsal will happen at 10 o'clock in the fellowship hall. And I always encourage you to buy script. We raise money for the different programs of the church, and that is available also at the Welcome Center. On Monday at 6:45, we'll have our women's book study. On Tuesday, we'll be serving our monthly night at the shelter. If you have desserts or bananas you would like to contribute to that, please let me know. Have them here on Tuesday morning, and I will get them to the shelter for you on Tuesday afternoon. On Wednesday, Books Between Bites will meet at noon. We'll have our prayer group at 4 o'clock via Zoom, and we'll have our 5 o'clock church supper. This week we're having mac and cheese and corn dog cups. I don't even like corn dogs, but the corn dog cups we had the last time were pretty fantastic. I may have eaten more than my fair share. So you want to sign up so that we make sure we have enough once I take all of mine out. And then at 6 o'clock, we will have an opportunity to have all of our classes in our study time. On Thursday, we'll continue our year in Berea. This week's reading is Judges 1 through 12. And as I mentioned last week, and the information is in the bulletin, we have scholarships available for those who will be going to college, and the applications for that are due on May the 1st. Very popular, our loose coin this month. We're raising money to send directly to our sister church in Lithuania because they are going to be accepting refugees from Ukraine. The men from Bob are going to give $1,000, assuming we raise $1,000. We've already raised $1,000. So we're going to get their $1,000. So it is a great way to help in both of those ways, our sister church and to the folks in the Ukraine. So please consider your loose coins this month as you're gathering them up and putting there. We'll also accept any designated gifts that you would like to use in terms of writing a check